gold. Can the Suns get gold in their last remaining 3 games? Is that the aim to win every single one?
I think it's certainly been the aim for the last 7 or 8 weeks, and we've gone close most of the time. I think it's just to finish strongly. I think if we worry about the result, we'll take our focus off what we need to, obviously, in our control. But the way we're actually going about it, if we play with the same effort and intensity last week, gives us a really good opportunity. If we don't, no, we can open ourselves up. So it's just, obviously, 3 games to go. Let's just finish as strongly as we can.
Can you explain, I understand you'll be staying in Melbourne after the Bombers clash for the week?
Yeah, it was obviously a 6-day break. If it had been a 7-day, we probably would have come back. But the fact we haven't been in Melbourne much, so it's a chance for our sponsors to be there. A bit of education about the players, a bit of media that we can cover off, our supporters as well. Hasn't been much chance. So that's a combination of all that, save an extra couple of flights as far as players with their bodies. So the players are fairly positive about it. So that's just an opportunity for us to do that.
Any concern there might be any mental letdown this weekend after being so competitive and almost overachieving for a few weeks?
I suppose you always think of those things, Michael. There's no doubt that could happen. I mean, it's a young, inexperienced squad. Do they get not so much comfortable, but do they take the foot off the pedal? So that's something that we've got to really talk about internally about the way we go about it. It's more about, I hate the word process, but it's more about our effort and what the key pillars are to us playing well. And if we don't bring that, we're really a chance to obviously lose games easily.
Rocket, you mentioned, I guess, a couple of weeks ago you might see the midfield start tiring, but they seem to do all right against GWS still. How are they kind of feeling?
Yeah, that's a good point. But Alex Sexton's out, so it's another mid. But we've got a fresh one coming in Aaron Hall. But I think what we've been able to do is introduce some other players in there, like Brandon Material's gone in there a little bit and done well. Jared Garlett's answered the challenge as well. So out of sort of nothing, I suppose, we've been able to generate 5 or 6 guys that can rotate through the midfield, which we need to do because we need to share the load.
Are you almost thankful Dan Curry comes back in as Tom Nichols is out this weekend?
It was a bit of a toss-up, to be honest. Dan's only played 2 games in 14 weeks. So we've gone with Keegan Brooksby this week, who's had the game time behind him. So we just think hasn't played for nearly 7 weeks now, Dan, and as I said, only 2 games in 14 weeks. So we think he just needs a run in the seconds.
All right, and what about Tom? Do we know if he's going to get surgery yet on the PCL?
No, that hasn't been decided yet. He's seeing some surgeons in Melbourne next week, so that'll be decided then.
Injury-wise, do you just feel like there's a plague following you? I was looking at the injury list this morning, and I think you guys have the second longest out of every team. Just feel like...
That's a bit disappointing. I thought we would have had the longest.
the Lions beat you guys on that. But is that like, how mentally annoyed do you get as a coach?
It's probably more frustrating than anything. We've got 12 now out for a season. We've got 12 players season-ending injury, so the reserves have only got 7, I think, to pick from this week. That does become frustrating because I think what we've been able to show, especially the last 8 weeks, without key players, shows that there is a positive future, and hopefully, fingers crossed, whatever the case, touch wood, that we can get a full run at it next season.
Is there much expectation on Brooksby? I guess what are you looking for from him?
Like every player, just to bring what their positives are. He's very much a competitor. He does compete well. He's good at his craft. He's a little bit undersized, but he is a competitor, and so we're just looking for Keegan to compete well. He is a very good leader as well. His communication skills on ground, his organisational skills are very good. So we don't expect him to do any more than he's capable of. But if he can compete well and hopefully give his hand to the ball first, it'll be great for us.
Are you expecting him to play the majority of the time in the ruck, or is there others that will pinch hit a bit more?
Oh no, we'll probably pinch hit a little bit more. So we'll probably share the load with Sam and Peter. But the thing is, Keegan can play forward where probably Tom couldn't before. So that gives us the opportunity of maintaining our structure of having the 3 tools up forward.
So will Dan Curry not come into the next then, or he will just maybe bench?
No, he won't play. No, he'll be in the seconds. He'll be the Keegan will play. He'll replace Tom.
Jager was one of those guys that's not he's out for the season. Like, is that being conservative, or what was the sort of process behind it?
It was a chance. It was discussed a couple of weeks ago. Does he have the tidy up? he felt, along with the high performance, maybe give him a chance to play. So we try to manage that and rehab his sore leg, but we thought it was best because, as I said last week, he would need a couple of weeks on the track and was running out of time. So I thought it was best to have that tidy up, which he's having today.
Obviously, him and Dion are out of contract and they're done for the season. Like, do you think the clubs, not that it's all one-way traffic, but you've shown to those guys enough around the direction of the club that you...
Yeah, well, we'd like to think so. But obviously those guys are going to make decisions what they think is best for their future. And but certainly from our point of view, we'd like them to stay, or we want them to stay, and we've spoken to them about that, and hopefully they can see that there is a very positive future. Now if we can have just an even run out with the injuries, I think we can compete with the best sides in the competition.
Do you get any sense off them? No one seems to...
No, they're playing their cards pretty close to chest at the moment.
Dave's back this week.
David, yeah, I think that's a good story as well. David's back. He'll play half in the reserves. So I think that's a good story too. I think it's given all the players a bit of a boost as well. He's very well respected and liked amongst the group. So he'll play a half, and then he'll play 3 quarters next week in the reserves. And that, if he gets through those 2 games, you give him a lot of confidence for next pre-season.
Similar to what it was for Jago, I guess it's a pretty special moment for him.
Yeah, I think he's been looking forward to it. It's been a long time for him. But if he can get the couple of games under his belt, it'll be good. I think ahead in the off-season.
Have you been speaking to Ablett? How's the shoulder?
Yeah, he's been here last week, Gaz. He's good. Yeah, it was a little bit of pain early as we expected, but he's going to be moving the shoulder a lot earlier than he did the previous operation. So he's in a very good headspace, very positive about it. So we would think certainly by pre-season start he'll be able to run by then and have a full pre-season.
All right, and just going on back to Essendon this weekend, they're not the strongest team, but I guess you can't take any team lightly. Will you still try and keep the boys mentally strong? Oh,
there's no doubt. As mentioned before, there's about any relapse in our effort. We'll open ourselves up to get beaten. And at times Essendon have played some very good footy, and they've still got some talented players there, especially in their midfield. So that's the area that we've got to work hard again to be able to contain them. Their number of inside 50s and some key stats. Their pressure is number 1 in the competition for the last 4 weeks. Their inside 50s are still very healthy. So if we don't bring our work rate and intensity, we get a real chance to get opened up.
Rocket, just quickly on Jacob's knee again, sorry. He had a clean-up, I think, earlier this season, and this is the second one, but he's only really played a couple of games in the reserves. Is there a bit of a concern, I guess, having so little... The
previous one was a bit more than a clean-up. He had a few other things. There was a couple of other things done the first time because his rehab for that was 3 months or so, 3 or 4 months. So this one's just a real tidy-up.
In terms of not having too much footy between those two, is there any concern with it?
I think his tendon's fine. I think just another part of the knee. So I don't think there's any major concern, no.
He's not having a very good run, is he?
No, he's been cursed as well. So hopefully the luck turns.
Rory Thompson's another one who's had definitely a run of injuries over the years, but have you been finding his form's coming back?
Yeah, it has been. He just takes time. He's one player. Like some players can come back in and play well straight away. Rory struggled early, but once he gets continuity, and you get continuity on the training track, he starts to show his full worth, and his last couple of weeks have been very good.
Yeah, well, against the Giants, I know some standout in defence.
Yeah, it was probably his best game of the weekend, so that was good, so I hope we can keep that going.